Well, welcome back, guys. We are at episode 6 of Hashtag the Platform. Today we have a special guest. Unfortunately, Kayla's going out of town, so she couldn't make it. So today we have a special guest. We have Dan.
Hi.
He's one of our coaches that work with us, and we thought, who best to bring out here as our first special guest?
Been the best coach ever.
No, that's me. But, okay, the second best. How about that?
At 5 a.m.?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
I'll take it.
All right. So he does typically coach our 5 a.m. or 4:30 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. classes. So if you want to get coached by this guy, those are going to be the times that you would want to come. So we'll start.
Lit.
Yes, it is. We will start with, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. My name's Dan. I have 4 kids, 4 children, 21-year-old daughter, and a teenager who just turned 16 today. I got one in the Air Force at basic training, crying his eyes out. Don't tell him I said that. And I have an 11-year-old archery kiddo. Active duty Air Force. Been doing this thing for 21 and a half years. I'm a firefighter at the base, deputy fire chief. Been, that's about it. Been doing the CrossFit thing since I was in Portugal, 2015. That's when I started. So, not too bad. It's been interesting. Scared at first, not gonna lie. I was a little nervous because this short chief, who was a beast, was the one that ran the class, and I was scared to go in there. And first workout I did was like 7 minutes long.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh yeah, this is cake. I can do this. That was like on July 2nd. July 3rd, we did like a firecracker 400 kind of thing. So just like the Filthy 50, it was 10 reps of, 40 reps of 10 exercises.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I died. Yeah, it was done. And the last one had to be the burpees. And
What's your favorite?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. It was terrible. So, and then I've been hooked ever since. So, it's been my thing.
Really? So you said you were active duty firefighter here locally.
Here.
And how long have you been here in Arkansas?
I got here January of 16. I spent a year in Portugal and then came here January 16. So 2.5 years.
All right. And where else have you been?
Ooh, man. I was in the Azores out in the Atlantic Ocean, Portugal for a year. I was at Barksdale, Louisiana for 4 years. Kadena, Japan for 7 years.
Wow.
Omaha, Nebraska for a couple years. And then Dover, Delaware. Deployed all over the place. A few different stands in Iraq and lots of places. Lots and lots of places.
So you've seen a lot. Traveling, and currently you sometimes have to go TDY. Mm-hmm. Do you get to go and visit other gyms when you go in TDY?
I do. Yes. I've been to a couple. Gone and done some things in like Moline, Kansas. Not Moline, Kansas. It was Peoria, Illinois. Okay. But drop in there, which is pretty cool. Meeting other people and seeing how other coaches coach and how they how their classes are set up, their boxes are set up different, the equipment that they have and how they run a class. Been there a couple times down in Florida when I've gone on leave, gone to the same place down in Florida. 4-leaf CrossFit down in Tampa, just north of Tampa, Wesley Chapel. Yeah, good times.
Sweet. So you get to learn from other boxes.
Absolutely.
That's probably my most favorite thing about traveling is going to other boxes, seeing how they program, and biggest thing is as another coach, I go in there and I don't tell them that I coach,
right? So
that I can learn from them, because I don't want, not that they would be intimidated, but to be treated any differently. Right. So, and sometimes that happens when we go, oh, they're a coach, right. So it happens. Tell us what got you started on your fitness journey in general.
Well, the Air Force kind of requires it, so that's one of those things. But the Air Force fitness program that we have is kind of garbage. What it takes to pass the Air Force PT test really doesn't do it well enough for my career field as a firefighter. So you can pass that just fine, but still not be able to do your job. Mm-hmm. So from a functional fitness perspective, this CrossFit stuff just helps out. Does a way better job of preparing me for what I may have to do. So, like I said, back in 2015, I made the jump into finally giving up. One of the firefighters I worked with in Portugal, he had done it before, and he's like, all right, let's go. So we finally mustered the courage and went and started going, and then it's just been kind of hooked ever since.
What's your favorite part about, we'll generalize it to CrossFit, but what is your favorite part about it?
When the timer goes off because the WOD's over?
That's right. I was
Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, that was the answer I was looking for, because
Yeah.
I think that's everybody's favorite moment.
Terrible.
When the coach either yells time or you hear that timer go beep.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Over. It's over.
Yeah, it's magical. It's a magical moment.
So, you've been doing it for a while. What started that drive of wanting to become a coach?
So while I was in Portugal, the chief that ran the place was a level 1 instructor, and it's a 1-year remote location, and he was leaving in September, and there was no other level 1 instructor there. So the thought was that the whole spot we were in was going to go away. So in order to keep it, I told him that I would keep putting a program in. I would use his programming that he provided. I would keep putting a schedule up. We'd go in early and get the key and have the thing set up. Those of us that have been there, I'm kind of a stickler when it comes to like form and things like that. So I was always okay. Some of the other ones, it was tough when there was new people in there because you want to work out, but then you also got to watch them. And there was only the 5 o'clock in the morning time that we went. But when he left, he gave me his months of programming and everything, and I just kept it going. And there was like 3 or 4 of us that would just go every day. So it was just getting that opportunity early to kind of run the class, get a place opened up, and kind of just keep going from there. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Then when I came here, I knew that I was going to do CrossFit because I hadn't done it since going to Portugal. So I'd gone and checked a couple places around, and then based on where I lived, went to a place that was local, that was closer to where I lived, and then I deployed, went to Africa for 7 months, came back, and then ended up, coming to this one.
And so once you came, what finally just said, okay, I'm going to get my level 1?
I don't know. I mean, I like coaching's fun. It's fun to be on that side of the fence, helping people grow and achieve the things that they want to achieve. Really. So I mean, it takes time to get to know the individuals, know what they want to do, how they want to do things, but then also just going through it helps me get here and makes me come and work out. So I mean, it's one of those things. If I wasn't doing that, I'd probably just be sitting at home doing whatever. So just having that, it's another reason, another butt kicker to go, hey, you need to the gym. So if somebody's telling me I have to be here, then I got to be here.
Right. What drives you to continue coaching? You've kind of answered that, but what do you do to continue learning about movements?
Instagram's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool places on Instagram you can go to. You got there's the Barbell Physio. He's a PT, physical therapist, but he does classes for functional fitness, taking care of the functional athlete kind of thing. But he does a lot of how-to movements. You got Dr. Eddie Joe, I think we were talking about him a little bit ago. He's a doctor out in Cal Poly. He's a Human Performance Lab, so a lot of science behind why to do what to do, not just because, hey, it's cool and it works. You got the Shrug Collective that has all kinds of cool things on there, on their podcasts. But just, I mean, seeing many different ways of how people do things and whatnot. I want to do, get the CrossFit, the journal, and start reading some of those things and all that stuff. I just haven't. But yeah, social media
Mostly,
Mm-hmm.
and other coaches.
YouTube, other coaches, travel, seeing how other coaches do things.
If there was somebody out there right now watching that he doesn't know about this question, we didn't talk about this one, that just wasn't for sure about starting that fitness journey in their life. They're hesitant because you know, I'm not going to be fit going into it. Everybody else there is going to be already all, you know, lifting heavy weights and, you know, got the perfect, you know, figure or whatever. What advice would you give that person that's watching that's scared to walk into the gym to either start or restart, especially now that January's coming around, so everybody's going to hit that reset button and have all these resolutions? What would you tell that person out there that's being just kind of on the fence and didn't know what to do?
Honestly, the hardest step is always the first step, but you'd be amazed at how fast the next steps come. The community is a great community. Everybody cares about everybody. We're all in it together. We were all in your shoes at one point in time. Like I said, I was scared the first time. I was going to the gym every day, but I didn't want to do the CrossFit because I was a beast. But I mean, pride gets left at the door. Nobody cares what you're doing, how you're doing. It's your fitness journey. And our job here as coaches is just to make sure we help you realize what you're capable of and what your goals can be and how you need to get there.
Well, there you have it. Couldn't have said it any better. Thank you, Dan, for coming and
Thanks for inviting me.
I wasn't for sure how this was going to go. He is typically really goofy and funny, but this is probably the most serious I've ever seen him. So kudos to you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. Hashtag the platform. If you can, please like and share to everybody. Thank you.